feel like you've poured me some PX.
Yeah, exactly. And you
But,
get you can see the colour is, it's almost treacle black, it's Coca-Cola black, it's
Hello guys, I'm with Jonathan from House of Hazelwood. Jonathan, lovely to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Thank you for your time.
Pleasure.
Please let us know about the company, what you do, and it would be lovely to sample something today as well.
Yeah, so House of Hazelwood, we are essentially bottling the private inventory of the Gordon family. So the Gordon family you might know from William Grant and Sons, so they own, amongst other things, Glenfiddich, Balvenie, Monkey Shoulder, Hendricks, all of these sort of more mainstream brands that people know already. What people don't know typically is that over the generations they have amassed a private collection of aged Scotch whisky that is just built up over the generations. So going back 50, 60, 70 years and beyond in some instances. And what we have access to is that private inventory. So it is every style of Scotch imaginable. We've got every vintage going back to the 1950s. You've got grain whisky, you've got malt whisky, you've got blended Scotch whisky. We have peated, heavy, we've got light and fresh. And really we're just bringing that to market in very small volumes. It's never younger than 30 years of age. We've gone up to 60 years and beyond in terms of our bottlings. It's typically about 100 to 200 bottles per release, so it's very limited for the world.
Wow.
A great example of, I suppose, my personal style, my personal favourites from what we've got within the inventory. I think what we have that nobody else in the industry has is this amazing quality of old grain whisky. And what old grain whisky lets you create is lovely old blended Scotch whisky. The story of this whisky is a 56-year-old blended Scotch.
Oh my God.
It would have been blended as a 3-year-old, and it will be a fairly traditional 70-30 blend, so probably 7 parts grain to 3 parts malt, something like that. It will have been prepared initially as a standard bottling, so probably for something that would have gone into like maybe a Grant's 3-year-old or something like that. But this particular cask was filled into a sherry butt, this whisky was filled into a sherry butt, and it just kept improving. So the family kept it back for a further 53 years, which it had aging in a single sherry butt. So you can see the colour is, it's almost treacle black, it's Coca-Cola black. It's very unusual to get a whisky that dark. That's the sherry cask aging, that's the European oak character coming through. Yeah, have a little nose and a taste.
Thank you so much.
So it's an ex-Oloroso cask.
I feel like you've poured me some PX.
Yeah, exactly. And you get the...
Okay, so I'm a bit nervous, guys, sorry. Right, 56-year-old blend. Cheers, thank you. I'm not allowed to swear on air, am I? No. Rich, indulgent. The oak is, there's a lovely mildew sort of with the age. You know, it's been sitting there for such a long time. A lovely rancio, very heavy rancio coming through. But no, what notes do you mainly pick up?
Funnily enough, it's one of the more obscure tasting notes that we've ever created. But we talk about this as it's almost like a Victorian stately home character. That's what we talk about. Everything about it just feels old. So you've got it's almost like the drawer liners that you put in old drawers, where there's like a sort of perfumed aspect. There's old linseed oil. There's just everything within it.
Antique furniture.
Sort of wood, leather. Everything just sort of feels old.
It's too good. Sorry, I'm gonna faint. Okay, so we've seen the nose on
but it's worth. And on the palate,
you can't rush it though, isn't it? You just can't.
What you get on the palate, because there's so much old grain within the blend, is it's quite luscious, sort of mouth-filling. Old grain whisky has a real kind of unctuous quality to it. So the feel within the mouth is just very generous, and you get a continuation of the sherry cask elements that are coming through. More of that leather, more of the wood. It's quite drying, almost mentholic on the finish. But it's just a pleasure from start to finish, you know, and that's the great thing about these old blends.
Well, speechless. Okay, on the palate, I guess. Cheers. Thank you. Oh my goodness me. So I'm a big fan of old sherry casks and old age statements. This is that to a T. It's scary how good this is.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
And I think there's nothing quite like a very old blend in terms of what it offers.
That's phenomenal.
It's
exceptional.
exceptional.
It's probably the oldest blend I've tried till date, so that's an achievement for myself. There's a lovely wood smoke coming through as well. And the strength is really nice. What is it, 48.7?
Yeah.
So again,
but it's you kind of don't feel it. It's
not at all.
It is powerful in its own way, but
it's extremely
very
palatable,
mellow.
inviting. The nose is incredible, but the palate I find is twice as good. I feel like this is one where, and again, find any young blend and mix it with ice and whatever you want. But an old blend is a slow drink, appreciated. This is almost, there's a dignity to this. This is so prestigious. I would have not expected an old grain blended whiskey to be like this. And it almost feels like there's more of a malt element in there.
Personal favourite style is the old blends. I just think they're fabulous. Grain whiskies is something that we do a lot of. So we do entire tasting flights composed of grain whiskies, which nobody else really does. But you can chart a tasting from something that's very fresh, bright, mentholic, minty, through to something that's sweet, decadent. We've got old grain whiskies that don't taste a million miles away from this, actually, that have just been very, very heavily sherried. We've got grain whiskies that have been matured in such a way that they actually taste like bourbon whiskies, although they're Scotch. So I think it's really interesting just opening people's eyes to that category of grain whiskey.
288 bottles worldwide. What are your biggest markets, say, globally for?
It's quite varied. I mean, we sell to private individuals much more than, that's what we focus on, is who's buying it, what do they like, what are their tastes, and those people are everywhere. I mean, we sell all around the world. We sell to Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, China, Malaysia, South Korea, all of those Asian countries.
Wow.
North America, we do quite a bit. We're here in France. We do quite a bit within France and Germany, Austria. But it's private individuals, and I mean, the other thing that we do, which is unusual, is we do private bottlings. We do bespoke blends for people. So if you came to us and you said, actually, what I really want is, I'm 50 years of age at a certain point, and what I want is a blend that reflects my personality and tells my story through Scotch whisky, they can sit down and work with us, and they can create their own blend to tell that story.
So would they sample your range, and then they'll take a portion from?
Just spend a couple of days together up in Scotland, taste through some samples, quite quickly prototype things, and then just iterative process. You get something, design the packaging together, and it's we've done that a few times. It's very good fun.
Wow.
Yeah, good fun.